welcome back to my homestead. I'm in a kitchen today because I want to preserve some of the peaches that we have harvested from our peach tree. And we've been eating peaches now for a few weeks from our smaller tree, and these are from our bigger tree. Look how beautiful these peaches came out this year. So nice, so beautiful, so delicious. So what do we do with peaches? Well, obviously we eat them fresh. They're delicious, full of minerals, vitamins, good fiber, carbohydrates, all of the good things, antioxidants. But also I like to preserve it for the winter months. You know my motto, one in abundance today, save it away for tomorrow. So I like to make peach salsa, my family's favorite peach salsa, and with tomatoes. Then also I make peach jam, and I'm not gonna make it this year because I still have some left from last year, so I'm not gonna make more. But sometimes I like to use peaches in other things, such as fruit smoothies with yogurt, with milk for kids in the winter months, just to bring some of those fresh and delicious vitamins for the kids, right? Also, I like to bake peach cobbler. And peaches in the winter are expensive, and they're brought from who knows where, and so let's face it, the fresh ones are better from the summer. So I want to preserve them. So how to preserve them? I'm gonna freeze them. Okay, so here are my peaches. They've been double washed already, and I am not gonna peel them. I'm gonna freeze them with the skin on. Why? Because the skins of peaches are actually a very good and nutritious for us. Some people don't like them because there's like a little fuzz on them and it makes them a throat tickle or something, but I double wash them, and a lot of that fuzz is already washed away, and when they are frozen and then defrosted, that totally goes away. And I don't mind cooking with skins because I think they're good for us, so I'm gonna keep the skins on. So I have my peaches. I'm gonna need a cutting board perhaps, or something where I can do the cutting. I'm gonna need a knife. Some people like to use lemon juice to preserve the color. I'm not gonna do it, but if you wanna get a little bit of juice, like lemon juice, and just sprinkle all over the peaches once you cut them so there's no oxidation going on when they start getting dark, you go ahead and use that. But I'm gonna be working fast, and I'm gonna be freezing them fast, so I'm not gonna need it. What else do I need? Well, I'm gonna need some sort of a baking sheet, and this is my old cookie baking sheet, and I'm gonna be using some parchment paper. So I'm just gonna line the baking sheet with the parchment paper. Okay, and I'm gonna start cutting my peaches literally just in half, just like this. Okay, just slice it around, and they are slightly soft. When I was picking them, I was feeling them to make sure that they were slightly soft, okay? Because if they're overly ripe, they will disintegrate in your hands, and if they're not ripe, well, they're not ripe. So this one is still kind of attached to the seed, so I'm gonna try to do it in fours, just like this, and line them on the cookie sheet just like that. I'm going to be working quite fast because I don't want any oxidation happening with my peaches. So just like that, line them, and then I'm going to put them in the freezer when my tray is full. Okay, when my tray is full, I'm gonna put this in the freezer. This one's a little stuck because it's not overly ripe. Now, if there are any blemishes or some parts you don't like, just cut them away. It's okay. You know, I was talking to some of my homesteading and gardening friends and farmer friends who sell on a farmer's market. See, this one just cut across very easily. And they were saying that how difficult it is to sell product that's slightly blemished or slightly unperfect, because the American consumers are so used to going to a market and buying a completely perfect fruit or vegetable. Okay, so, and then there's a lot, so this one's a little bit more firmer, I think. So a lot of vegetables and fruit go discarded. Why? Because nobody will buy them. Absolutely nobody will buy them. And it's such a shame, okay, because so many people could benefit from buying misfits. Talking about misfits, so there is a a program, and I'm not advertising for anybody, but I do know that you can order fruit and vegetables that are slightly imperfect. All right, so I'm going to keep working on this. And again, this is a perfect time to sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice if you choose to do that, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, so I layered them all in a single layer. Some of the quarters, some of full halves, whatever, it doesn't matter. And now I'm going to be putting it in the freezer just like this to flash freeze for about 12 hours, or at least overnight, but I think 12 hours will be good, okay? And then after that, I will show you what they look like frozen. Okay, so this tray I froze yesterday about 12 to 14 hours ago, and this is what they look like. And you will notice that the color has not changed. They're a little stuck to the bottom, but it's okay. The color has not changed, so there's really no oxidation going on. And now I need to package them away for the winter months. You can always use Ziploc bags that are like the freezer bags, but I have this cool little machine here, and I'm gonna see if I can bring the camera over to that. So you guys can save them in Ziploc freezer bags, that's fine, but for me, I have food saver bags that I'm gonna be filling up my bags with as many peaches as I want to. And they're nice and frozen, so they stuck a little bit together, but and you can put as much as you want to. You can only put, say, for 1 or 2 portions for a smoothie and freeze it that way, or you can freeze a portion enough for a peach pie or peach cobbler, something like that. So it's really up to you what works for you. I'm gonna just make small portions like this, and hopefully this machine will cooperate with me because sometimes it doesn't want to. Let's see if it works. So it sucked up all the air and it's going to seal it for me. I always label everything to make sure. Sometimes I even weigh things to make sure that I know how much weight. For example, if I have to make a certain recipe and it calls for a certain weight. So here it is. Here are my frozen peaches, gonna go in the freezer, and I can take them out anytime I need to use them for whatever reason I need. Okay friends, we just finished packaging our peaches, and I looked up the prices, and our local shops sell them for $3.79 a pound or $3.99 a pound of frozen peaches. So if you can store them away now for the winter months, do it. I encourage, be a little frugal. So I'm gonna put this in a freezer now. So a question may come up and say, well, you did not blanch them. And I did not blanch them because guess what? They're not gonna stay in the freezer that long. I'm gonna use it this winter. I'm gonna cook it for my family, or I'm gonna put it in smoothies. Plus, I wanted to save the skins. So friends, I hope you stay encouraged and try something new.